منتدى شباب العالم تحت رعاية السيد الرئيس عبد الفتاح السيسي رئيس الجمهورية، شرم الشيخ، من 10 إلى 13 يناير 2022. سجل الآن.
Right, welcome to our coverage that is continuing throughout the day and will continue throughout the days of the World Youth Forum. And this is a very special edition that is dedicated to the inauguration of the World Youth Forum. Today, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi officially inaugurated the 4th edition of the World Youth Forum in participation of a huge number of youth from around the world. The 4th day of the forum, or the World Youth Forum, convenes under the slogan, "We are back together," with the participation of youth from around 196 countries from across the world. The World Youth Forum is a platform that sends messages, many messages. Message of peace, message of prosperity, message of harmony, message of coherence, message of progress from the entire youth of countries all over the world to the whole world who are witnessing this event and whose youths are here participating in such a huge and distinguished event. The forum engages youth from around the globe in an enriching setup, allowing them to exchange views and recommend many initiatives for decision makers and influential figures. We have seen in previous editions that took place some of the simulation of some of the world bodies and regional bodies. We have also seen lots of recommendations that were adopted by the leadership here. The World Youth Forum announced an agenda for its 4th edition, including the COVID-19 pandemic and how we have faced such a pandemic in Egypt and how the world is dealing with it, the climate change, and need a decent life initiative. This initiative, which has been very much praised by the United Nations, and that are among the many, many sessions that will be taking place in this huge forum. Tonight we'll be focusing on the World Youth Forum in its 4th edition, the significance of this forum, the platform it gives for youth in order to be able to have a kind of interaction, dialogue, understand different points of view, and at the same time look how Egypt has become with their own eyes. We'll be speaking with us, Mr. Ali Ashmawi, Business Administration Researcher. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you. Before we delve into our discussion, let's first have a quick look on the inauguration ceremony. And President Sisi launches the 4th edition of World Youth Forum from the Red Sea Resort of Sharm el-Sheikh. Let's watch.
مسرح شباب العالم.
President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi launched on Monday the 4th edition of the World Youth Forum in the Red Sea resort city of Sharm el-Sheikh in the presence of hundreds of attendees from different countries, including heads of state, high-profile officials and international youth leaders. The 4th edition of the forum is being held under the slogan of Back Together. Addressing the youth attending who hailed from 196 countries, President el-Sisi said that the World platform for dialogue and communication among the young people and a tool for exchanging vision the entire world, especially at this crucial moment in human history. The President stressed that at this juncture makes it imperative to realize the importance of dialogue and managing differences among people, and also to believe and be sure that the Creator's wisdom and secret in the universe is for the people to be different without discrimination. el-Sisi reiterated that humanity cannot overcome its current crisis and challenges to survive without sincere intentions to end all the conflicts, manage differences, and work jointly in the interests of humanity and peace. And in a recorded video speech, the World Health Organization chief said a great opportunity for youth expertise and to create a better future and improve health. Emphasized that most of the world's population is young people under the age of 30, adding that the future is within their hands and they are facing the challenges of today and tomorrow, including climate change, pollution, health, and others. The opening ceremony also saw a recorded speech by UN Secretary General, who said that the pandemic resulted in negative psychological impacts. However, youth will manage to overcome this experience successfully. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas and Lebanon's Prime Minister Naguib Mikati and Jordan's Crown Prince Al-Hussein bin Abdullah II attended the opening ceremony. President Sisi then addressed the opening session of the World Youth Forum themed COVID-19, a warning to humanity and a new hope, saying that the health initiatives and economic reforms Egypt had introduced in the years prior to the coronavirus outbreak has eliminated the pandemic and cushioned its many challenges over the past 2 years. Among the several health initiatives is the 100 Million Health Initiative, which includes mass screenings for all citizens over the age of 18 for the early detection of hepatitis C infections, as well as nationwide treatment. The President underscored that Egypt, thanks this approach, is now one of the countries least affected by the hepatitis C. Prior to the initiative, Egypt had one of the highest rates of hepatitis C infections worldwide. The initiative also targeted and provided treatment for non-communicable diseases like diabetes, hypertension, and obesity, which accounts for about 70% of premature deaths in Egypt. The head of state emphasized that such initiatives also allowed the state to vividly see the health of Egyptians. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi said Egypt had adopted a partial lockdown with strict precautionary measures, unlike other countries that applied a full lockdown, noting that each country's response was based on the capabilities of their health sector. The president also asserted that Egypt's adoption of its economic reform program in 2016 spared the country greater repercussions of the pandemic, stressing that the program allowed the Egyptian economy to added that the country has provided financial aid to irregular workers who are affected most by the pandemic, and also launched the Decent Life Initiative to combat poverty across Egypt's countryside and in Upper Egypt. Sisi also said that Egypt is among a few nations that have achieved positive growth rates during the pandemic, with 3.6% in FY 2019-2020 and 3.3% in 2020-2021.